今ですね引き続きハワイにいるんですけれども、見てください。これですね、私の二日酔いになった時ってこのオクステールスープを飲むのが鉄板なのね。全然今日二日酔いじゃないんだけど、でこれのレギュラーが 21.95 でスモールが 18.95 なんですよ。これね、私が学生だった時は多分ね、それ30年前ちげえよアホ、30年も生きてねえわ。このねスモールね14とか15ドルぐらいで食べれた気がするんですよ。もう3、4ドルぐらい上がってるし、レギュラーが20超えてるなんてマジでありえないから、インフレがねすごいということを物語っておりますね。皆さんこんにちは、ゆなです。今日はですね、前回に引き続きハワイから動画をお送りしてるんですけれども、ハワイに私帰ってきて今リアルタイムで3日とか4日目になってるんですけど、私気づいたことがあって、チキンが高い。メメとこの間鍋食べに行ったじゃないですか。ドン・キホーテでね買い出しをしてて、で前ね、私普通に住んでた1年前の時はチキンが6ドルぐらいで買えたの。それが9ドルだったの。私本当にショック受けて、やばいね。それインフレ高くなってるってみんな言うけど、実際さこう住んでみるとさ分かんないじゃん。こう徐々にじわじわ上がっていくから。ハワイに久しぶりに帰ってきて、前住んでた時のそのお金の使い方の感覚が全然違ってて、めちゃめちゃインフレやべえなアメリカっていう風になったんですよ。ということで本日はですね、急遽ねこれ予定してなかったんだけど、街頭インタビューを久しぶりにしていこうかなと思って、今回はハワイに住んでいるみんながインフレを感じる場面があるのかとか、インフレがどういう風に自分たちの生活に影響を出してるのかとか、最後にこんなに物価がクソ高いハワイになんで住んでるんですかっていう質問をね、みんなにねぶつけていきたいと思います。今ねアロモアナにいるんですけど、そういうのをね聞いて回ろうかなという風に思います。という感じでこれからですね街頭インタビューをしていこうと思います。最近ね街頭インタビュー載せててあんまりね通知伸びなくて、今回もね再生回数回らなかったら今回で街頭インタビューを最後にしたいと思います。はい、という感じでぜひね面白いなって思ったらコメントとか拡散したりとか、友達にも面白いよっていう風におすすめしてくださいね。ぜひお願いします。という感じで街頭インタビューしていこうと思います。 Do you feel the inflation?
Yes, definitely.
Any specific situation that you really felt the inflation?
Oh yeah, cost of living, especially in Hawaii, had maybe double to triple the cost of living.
So you feel like it doubled?
Oh, it's more than doubled, I think. I see more of homeless people now. It's not because of their incapability, but they just doesn't have enough to even afford to rent, to afford to live. I see people who come for more food, free foods from the charity services, just because they just don't have enough to buy food, even though they're working X amount of hours. It's just not enough for maybe 5 family members to make it. Yeah.
So did you have to make lifestyle changes due to the inflation?
Personally, yeah. I'm pretty lucky because my wife and I both have a stable job. We work at the hospital. So it was okay. Even though we had a steady income, we still need to make some changes. Like we make lesser trips to the grocery store, even just driving around because gasoline prices had gone up so drastically. We plan to maybe celebrate to go out to Hawaii and go somewhere else, but then we start looking the cost of the travel pricing, airfare and what have not. We just didn't have enough that much to afford it, so we kind of put it down.
And final question, although the cost of living in Hawaii is so high right now, what keeps you in Hawaii? Like, did you ever thought about moving out of state?
What keeps me in Hawaii despite the cost of living is that my family are here. All my children were born and raised here, but most importantly is the people.
The people are nicer.
The people are very nice. We kind of help each other out, and there are more social services to help others out.
I agree with you. Thank you so much for your time. はい、今ですねアラモアナに来て10組ぐらいは聞いたんですよ。全然答えてくれなくて、みんななんでだろう。なんかねロスで1回やった時脱毛に関しての質問ってさ、一見そっちの方が答えにくそうなのに、そっちの方が全然人を探しやすかったです。めっちゃねハワイの人たち優しく断ってくれるんだけど全然誰も答えてくれないですね。とりあえずちょっとねモールの場所を移動してから引き続きやっていこうと思います。Do you feel the inflation right now?
Yeah, like when I go to the stores, like things that used to be like my gum, for instance, it used to be like $169, now it's like $269. It increased in price a lot.
That's a lot. So did you have to make any lifestyle changes due to the inflation?
No, but my parents normally pay for most of my stuff, so I'm not that worried about it. But I guess things are more expensive now, and I hear my parents saying, oh, because of inflation, we can't like eat out as much or something.
You folks had to cut out from eating out? what keeps you in Hawaii even though the cost of living is so high?
I like that since Hawaii's like there's a lot of mixed people, like there's lots of Asians, there's lots of, it's like really diverse, the amount of people that are here. And I like the beach, the beaches as well.
It's the best. So you feel more comfortable living in Hawaii than moving out somewhere?
Yeah, and most of my family's here, so that's like comfort to me.
Okay, thank you so much. Do you feel the inflation?
Yes, definitely.
Any specific situation that you really felt the inflation?
I don't know if I can say anything on this topic. I live at home, and I'm really lucky that our rent has stayed the same for the past 5 years. But if we were not to live in this place anymore, we would be struggling a lot, you know? I can't live on my own. It's impossible for me to live on my own, especially since minimum wage is like $10 or something right now. And if you wanted to get a studio apartment or something, that's already like 12 grand. Yeah, and then they don't even count utilities or you don't get parking or anything like that.
Did you have to make lifestyle changes due to inflation, or it didn't change at all?
I would say definitely less cooking. It's too difficult to buy all these ingredients, and if you don't use them all, and you have to throw your food away, it feels really bad because I'm not using my money, But then the only other option is to eat out, but then you don't want to eat out anything expensive. Especially this island is really catered to tourism, so all our clothing stores, or even if you go to Ala Moana, which is the main mall for town, all the stores on the bottom are made for tourists,
What keeps you in Hawaii even though the cost of living is so high? Did you ever thought of moving out of the state where the cost of living is not as high?
Well, just because it's so expensive to move in general, I'm stuck here, and also I'm blessed that I have a family that lets me live at home. But my mom and I actually really want to move to Japan for a little bit or something like that, especially since she's originally from Japan. She really misses it, and I've been there every year since I was a child. I want to go back. Yeah, enjoy Japan, learn the culture and learn the language. In that case, Japan is so convenient, where if you go to a 7-Eleven, it's you actually get a meal that's nutritious and cheap.
ガハラモールに来て戦況が一気に変わりましたね。打率が上がりましたね。てか全然違う。3組聞いてめちゃめちゃ良かった。サクッと終わりそうだね。このね YouTube 見て他にねハワイ出身の YouTuber の方で街頭インタビューしたい方、アラモアナは絶対行かないでください。誰も答えてくれません。みんな忙しいのかなアラモアナ。そうだね。かもしれない。詐欺とか多いからさ。あー確かにね。ペテン師の顔してる。私ペテン師の顔してる？みんなどうも私詐欺師みたいな顔してますか？だからなんかお姉ちゃんがなんか。Do you feel the inflation?
We feel it with our gas that's going up. It's sad that mostly all of our kids has to move back home to live with grandparents, with parents in the same house.
Oh, how come?
We can't even buy, cost of living is going up because of house. And yet even house now, they showed that, 2 weeks ago, showed that no more enough homes for everybody to buy.
Did you have to make any lifestyle changes due to the inflation?
Oh, getting second job, try to make cost of living to try even just to stay afloat.
Lastly, what keeps you in Hawaii even though the cost of living is so high?
Honestly, when you are old school and for myself, I came from a housing project. I have my parents are buried here, my grandparents are buried here, and because I'm old school, and maybe somebody else they would like to move out and go on, but for me, my roots is broke. It's here, and there's no place else that I can say that I can find else as home. I found my home here. There's no place else that I can say that it's home.
Thank you so much. That was some great answers. Thank you. はい、という感じでですね、インタビューしてきて、4名に聞きましたね、今日は。8になってる。はい、すごい思ったのが、やっぱハワイから出ない理由っていうのが、こっちに家族がいるとか、お金とかじゃなくて感情論で残ってる人がすごい多いなっていうイメージだよね。ね、めめは逆にさ、さっきと同じ質問になるんだけど、インフレ感じる？
感じるよね。感じる。
このタイミングで感じたみたいなタイミングってある？
ガソリンかな。
ガソリンやばいよね。
一番感じやすいのはガソリンかな。
どんぐらいだったの？ワンガロンどんぐらいになったの？
ワンガロン元は4ドル、フルタンクで言うと、一番安かった時はフルタンク25ドル。
安っ。
今は50ドル。
倍になってんの？
倍だね。
気持ち悪いぐらいお金ね高くなってるね。
でライフスタイルチェンジといえば、今エレクトリックスクーター買おうとしてる。
スクーター買おうとしてるの？
そのエレクトリックのやつ。それだったら
車を使う回数を減らす。
そう。ガスが一番高いから。
そうだね、そういう顔して はい、という感じでめめちゃんはねそういう感じでした。まあね、ハワイにはね多分まだこれからまだしばらくいるけど、もしかしたら引っ越すかもしれないしね、めめもね。
まあ全然
ね、もう視野に入れてる、
反対はしてないかな。
ね、視野に入ってるっていう感じだから、まあ、結構その今回聞いた人の中で、まあ、いろんな世代がいたと思うんだけど、やっぱりちょっと上の世代の人たちはもうここでもうルーツができちゃってるから出ないっていう人がすごく多かったですね。はい、もう今回の動画ね楽しんで見ていただけたら嬉しいなというふうに思います。はい、最後までご視聴いただきありがとうございました。また別の動画でお会いしましょう。先生、はい、オックステールスープでどうなんですか？オックステールスープはソウルフードなんですけど、生姜をねこっちに入れるじゃないですか。で、生姜とお醤油をこういう風にね混ぜて、ここにオックステールをディップして食べるのが通の食べ方ですね。